Today, Thursday, the 8th of September 2022, at 6:30 p.m., it was announced by Buckingham Palace that Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II has died. And shortly after, many people shared their tributes and condolences, among them Millwall Football Club and the chairman and the CEO. John Berylson, this is from millwallfc.co.uk. John Berylson pays tribute to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. I write this message with great sadness as the world mourns following the passing of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Alongside everybody associated with Millwall Football Club, I send my deepest condolences and love to the royal family. This is a devastatingly sad day, ruling longer than any other British monarchy history. Her Majesty was the greatest of symbols for the United Kingdom and was held in utmost respect across the globe. My nation has looked at Her Majesty throughout her reign with great fondness, and we join the United Kingdom in deep mourning. I feel extremely lucky and privileged to have met Her Majesty. Her genuine and charming personality was infectious, in person as it was when watching her through our screens for many years. Her Majesty leaves the brightest of legacies, one which will be carried on through great people of the United Kingdom. Rest in peace, Your Majesty, John Berylson. So there you go, John Berylson joining in with the tributes to the late Queen Elizabeth II. And see here, this is from news@den.co.uk. Just commenting on the statement that we've just read. Not really adding much, but obviously a lot of people shocked, and it's clear that this marks a change, and it's a very important event in everyone's lives. And we are now in a state of mourning, and this is from bbc.co.uk. Sporting events called off following the death of Queen Elizabeth II. So we have some sporting events, the ones on Friday so far have been called off. Horse racing was actually stopped on Thursday evening, and all of Friday's race meetings in Britain have also been cancelled, along with the same day's cricket fixtures. The second day of the PGA Championship on Friday will also not take place, and the English Football League has also postponed its 2 games on Friday. And the EFL said in a statement that determination regarding the remainder of this weekend's scheduled fixtures will be made following a review of the official mourning guidance, in addition to further consultation with the Department of Culture, Media and Sport and other sports on Friday morning. So it could well be that our away game at Sunderland may not take place on Saturday the 10th of September. That is a very real possibility. You can see here many, obviously the European games today took place. They were directed to by the FA and UEFA. And the Scottish Championship game on Friday between Cove Rangers and Dundee has also been postponed. So, some rugby games as well. And Formula One will have a minute's silence before they just carry on as normal. So, we have a number of different ways that things are happening at the moment. So it may very well be that our game against Sunderland may be postponed from Saturday. But if it isn't, we move on to talking about it. We're talking about it. So the Millwall manager faces a selection dilemma. Gary Rowett has admitted that he may not find his strongest lineup this season because of the amount of options in his squad. The Lions added 8 new signings in the transfer window while only losing a handful of players over the summer. As a result, the Millwall boss has a lot more options available to him despite 3 players being ruled out through injury. In terms of the strongest team, I'll be really honest, I think it'll be hard to get there at any point this season because we've got so many players in the side who can help the team, he told News then. For example, George Honeyman played as a number 10 for the first 6 or 7 games, and I thought he was excellent. Zion Fleming has sort of gone into that role for the last 2 or 3 games. Either of those players can give us something very, very different. Tyler, or Vogie, Bennick, or Bradders, Scott Malone or Callum Stiles, Danny McNamara or Shax. I'm not necessarily saying we have to play either or, but they're difficult choices to make. I think we've got squad versatility and we've got to use that for the best impact we can as the season goes on. Rowett is adamant that it's good for him to have a selection headache after a difficult period last season where they were incredibly low on numbers, forcing inexperienced youngsters like Zach Lovelace and Nana Boateng to be brought into the team despite having no senior experience. However, it does mean that the Millwall boss has to have some difficult conversations with his senior players when he has to leave them out of the starting lineup or out of the squad altogether. It's a nice dilemma to have. It makes my job really difficult because you're having to leave good players out of the team. Someone like George Evans, who wasn't in the squad over the weekend, it's horrible to do because he's worked incredibly hard and showed a lot of quality when he came on the pitch against Reading late on. He's a good player and you don't want to have to do that, but ultimately, those are the decisions you've got to make. You'd rather have to make those decisions with a good group than be struggling to pick a team that you like the look of. That's why we wanted a better squad, and that's what I think we've got this year. Conversely, Rowett believes that the Lions have found their best formation and that his side have a strong balance between defensive solidity and threatening a final third. I think we know how we want to approach games tactically, he said. We made a little tweak when changing from a 5-2-1-2 to a 5-2-3, and we look like we've got a nicer balance by doing that. We'll try and be more attacking and more flexible than the way we did at the start of the season, but I think we'll still play that way. We flipped to that style against Cardiff before we scored the second goal, so we'll always have those little tweaks. Funny, didn't he say it's not 5 at the back? Literally the other day he said it's not 5 at the back because the 2 wing backs are attacking, so it's more like a 3-5-3 or something. Now he's saying it is a 5 at the back. It wasn't on his CV. This is from londonnewsonline.co.uk. Millwall boss delighted at Leeds United defensive prospects, impressive goal contributions. Gary Rowett has admitted that Charlie Cresswell's goal scoring form for Millwall has been a major plus of his loan move from Leeds United. 20-year-old centre-back has scored 3 times in his first 6 matches for the Lions. Cresswell headed the opener in Saturday's 2-0 win over Cardiff City. The England under-21 international made a season-long loan switch from Leeds at the start of July. Cresswell has played 529 minutes in all competitions for the South London club and looks nailed on to start Sunderland on Saturday, with captain Sean Hutchinson ruled out with a groin injury. Cresswell has made 14 senior appearances since making his debut for Leeds last season, and Rowett told the South London Press, We didn't really expect to sign a goal scoring centre half. It doesn't say that on his CV, but we know he attacks things well and arrives really, really aggressive. For a young lad, his timing and aggression has been fantastic. That's been Cressy all season so far. He wants to go and win everything. That can be a strength, but can also get you in trouble at times as a defender. It's for us to try and help him when to use that aggression and when to maybe halt that aggression a little bit longer until the striker's made a decision. But he's done really well. I said to him when he came in, he's got to be very difficult for any of our players to play 46 games, but he's played the vast majority, something like 7 out of 9 so far. It's a really good start. Now he's probably going to have the opportunity to go and build on that. He's scored some important goals as well. Long may that continue. Indeed. Currently our top goal scorer. I wonder what the odds are. Can you back him to be Mill's top scorer at the end of the season? It would be outrageous if he was, wouldn't it? If he went through the whole season and he was our top scorer. That would be utterly outrageous. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.